Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming here. My name is Brian Fowler. I'm President and Director of Engineer Gold Mines Limited. The obligatory cautionary statement. Engineer is a fairly new, young company. It was incorporated in January, just over a year ago, and commenced trading on the Venture Exchange under the symbol EAU on June 26th. The company has 20.5 million shares issued, 28% are owned by insiders, and 26.3 million shares on a diluted basis. We've got a proven board, an highly experienced board management group, and exploration team. And our property is the 100% owned historic high-grade engineered gold mine property situated 32 kilometers west of Atlin. The company is fully permitted to engineer for surface and underground exploration and drilling, mine dewatering, small-scale bulk sample gold production, as we have a fully permitted 30-ton per day gravity separation mill on the property. We also have all the equipment in place to undertake a significant two-phase surface and underground exploration program that is scheduled to commence this year. This map illustrates where the property is. Like I said, 32 kilometers west of Atlin. It's accessed primarily by float and ski planes, helicopter, and boat and barge in the summer months. It's a historic gold mine that was in production between 1918 and 1927, and so it's been dormant pretty much ever since. And it has had $5.5 million in past exploration on it in the past 12 years. Geologically, the property is it's underexplored, low sulfidation epithermal gold-silver deposit. It's got similar geological characteristics as some pretty amazing mines: Cripple Creek Mine in Colorado, the Emperor Mine in Fiji, and the Midas Mine in Nevada. You can see the endowment of those, or the past production of those mines, is not insignificant. The primary similarity is the occurrence of coarse gold and silver mineralization occurring with in quartz veins with vanadium mica called Roscoelite. It's fairly rare, but it's wherever you see Roscoelite at Engineer, you see very high-grade gold. And the past production out of Engineer was 18,000 ounces of gold, 9,000 ounces of silver, realized grades of 39 grams gold and 18 grams per ton silver from 8 mine levels. Here's a timeline for from the initial gold discovery at Engineer in 1899 to present day. And you can see right now we're at the capital raise point, and the company's positioning to raise capital to conduct a fairly significant surface and underground exploration development program, resource estimation, and take the project to the PEA stage within 2 years. Here's some then and now pictures of the mine. You can see it historically in 1924. There was over 150 people that lived at the mine. You can see an aerial view of our mill complex as well. This is how we get material into the mine by plane and barges. This past summer we brought in a Samsung excavator and a D6 bulldozer by barge. Here's some mine pictures as well. So you can see we got pretty much everything we need to continue surface and underground exploration on the property. I mentioned one slide did not print out here, but at any rate, we've got there was supposed to be an image of high-grade gold with Roscoelite. There it is. Cool. That's all wire gold in the black. It's pretty spectacular stuff. So the opportunity at Engineer is that it's never really had the benefit of modern day exploration and a long committed, well-funded program, and that's what we hope to turn around. And past exploration has defined a number of excellent exploration targets for both more additional narrow vein, high-grade mineralization, as well as some lower-grade shear-hosted bulk tonnage mineralization. The company received a 43-101 technical report earlier this year, and it's got a resource of an inferred resource that includes 20,000 ounces of 60-gram gold per ton in 10,400 tons on the engineer vein, and there's excellent opportunities to increase that. So and the report also recommends a two-phase $6.2 million program that recommends focusing on additional exploration, resource expansion, metallurgical test work, and bulk sampling. And this past year at Engineer, the company, as I mentioned earlier, we barged in a bulldozer and a Samsung excavator. We did some road clearing. We also conducted a large MMI survey over the crown grind package and identified a number of gold, silver, arsenic, antimony anomalies that are prime drill targets. The company also applied for a mine dewatering permit to facilitate dewatering the lowermost level of the mine, 8 level, where no one's been down there since 1927. And we expect that permit within a month or so. Geologically, you can see the properties overlays Jurassic sediments and that have been intruded by an Eocene engineer intrusive stock and volcanics, and mineralization is related to this stock, which is Eocene in age. You can see our waterfront property. We have a 20-man camp, all-season 20-man camp on the property. This busy slide illustrates the main geological features of the large Shear A structure that goes through the property, and some of in blue, the drilling, the most recent drilling that was done on surface, and some underground drilling as well. There's been less than 20 holes. There's been 20 holes drilled on the property since 2008. So that's the big thing with Engineers. Never really had an aggressive and large drill program. The style of mineralization, you got the bulk tonnage shear, and you got hub A and hub B, which are silica caps that have never really been drill tested at depth, and there's over 25 veins known to occur on the property. This slide illustrates a 3D model of the property and the past mining. Main access to the mine is on the 5th level portal. We intend to dewater and get down to the very lowermost 8 level this year. Some additional images of past drilling underground and a model. Previously in 2011, BC Gold, the previous owner, did a test mining bulk sampling program off the 5th level and mined and milled 246 tons and produced $100,000 worth of gold, and demonstrated that you can in fact do this on the property. And the following year, the company dewatered 6 and 7 levels and determined and illustrated that some high-grade shoots have been defined by this work, and they persist at depth. This is the mill that was used to process the samples on site. And this is a cross-section of the engineer vein, illustrating where those bulk samples were obtained and the exploration targets that are open at depth. So when we dewater, we'll get down to 8 level and we'll be able to see what things look like down there, and chase the engineer as well as a number of other exploration targets at depth. The double-decker vein, which is just nearby, this is the 8th level. It's the deepest level in the double-decker vein, and you can see there's some pretty significant high-grade gold mineralization associated with the veins there. The deepest hole in the property is 20 meters below, and got 22 grams per ton gold over a meter. This is a cross-section of the bulk sample or bulk tonnage targets. You can see some of the drilling that's been done. I can't read that here, but about generally half gram to 30 over 20 to 35 meters in width in hydrothermal breccias. This is a airborne survey, EM survey over that same section, and you can see that there's a very large resistivity target that's undrilled along that structure. We've got MAG that we use to target exploration. We've got EM for that as well. This slide illustrates the targets that were developed from the MMI soil program, sampling program. So we have a number of exploration targets situated along the shear zones and with a central intrusive stock. So what we plan on doing this year, phase one, $1.5 million program will include drilling, surface trenching, more MMI, and modifying the mill, adding a flotation circuit to the mill. This will be followed by a large program in the following year with much more drilling, resource estimation, and installation of an underground hoist conveyance system for the mine, and doing the bulk sampling program. So in summary, engineers, it's untested, it's an excellent exploration opportunity, it's got geological similarities with some extremely large and important mines, and we've got the people and team to try to advance this program. We're fully permitted, and we've got a number of targets that warrant investigation, and yeah, tight share structure. We're here at booth 618. Come see us if you want to hear more of the story. Thank you.